Hi everyone, a pleasant greetings to all. I know you all are enjoying the holiday very well. Through this enjoyment, please learn each day portion also. After the school reopen, let's see how many of them following the online classes. Hope all of you listen the first class. Today I am going to continue the first lesson, computer system. Last class we learned up to input device. Have you all remember? Can you say what are the examples of input device? Yes, first one is barcode reader. This is used to read the code. Through this code we come to know the detail of the product. Mostly it is used in the supermarket. Second one, MACR, magnetic ink character reader. This is used to read checkbook. We can see this is in bank. Third one, OCR, optical character reader, used to read handwritten or the printed words. Fourth one is OMR. This is the OMR sheet used to correct the objective type question. OMR machine is used to read the sheet. From the sheet, a dark shaded portion is reflected with the help of the light beam to the machine. Through this, we can find out the answers. Next one is the card reader. It is used to read the card. We can pay the bill through this card reader. This much we learned in the last class. Let's listen the continuations of today's topic. Today's topic is output device. Last class we learned in hardware device has four parts. First one input device, second output, third storage, finally CPU. First part we completed in the last class. Let's get into the output device. Output device convey the information from the computer to the user, which means it will buy the information from the computer and it will give it to the user. Input and output, nothing but input means what are the things we are giving through the keyboard, like a text format, number format. These are the input device. Okay. Output means what are the things we are getting from the monitor. That is called the output device. Let's see some example of the output device. LCD projector, speaker, monitor, printer, headphone. These are the some example. Let's get into the brief example of the output device. LCD projector. LCD, the full form is liquid crystal display. It shows the output on a large screen. It is commonly used for displaying presentation during the meetings and conference. Guys, have you seen the projector anywhere? Yes, all the classroom is available. Am I right? Through this projector only teachers were teaching the smartboard class. Next one is the Braille printer. This printer produces Braille printout. This is the Braille printout paper, which means the patterns of the raised dotted, which can be read by visually impaired people. This is the Braille printed machine. Inside the machine, one software is available. This what is the work of the software mean? This software convert our language text to the Braille. Plotter. This is used to create high quality graphics, chart, graphs, tables and diagram. Plotter is used to ink pen or inkjet to create the graphics on paper. They are commonly used for printing plans for houses, car part, and machinery. Many varieties of plotter is available like Trumplat, Flatable plotter, Micrographic plotter, and Inkjet plotter. In this chapter, the lesson classified into 4 subheadings. Already we learned in the first class. What are they? Can you say? The first heading is classifications of computer by size. About that, what are the things we learned? Mini computer, microcomputer, mainframe computer, and supercomputer. Second one, hardware. Under that we learn input, output, and so on. Then 2 more topic is there. Third one is software, and finally computer language. Now we are moving to the heading software. It is the main source of computer. Without the software, electronic gadget will not be work. What is the difference between hardware and the software? Hardware we can able to touch, but software we couldn't able to touch because it is not visible. It is built inside the computer. Software contain programs. Due to the program only computer can run. Program is a sequence of step-by-step instruction to perform a particular task. Software can be classified into 2. One is system software, another one is application software. Under the system software contain 5 parts: operating system, compiler, assembler, interpreter, and drivers. Like that. Application software contain 2 parts. One is package, another one is utility. Let's see the explanations about system software. System software. It refers to control the operations of a computer system. This system software program is assist to run the application program. This system software only used to assist the application program. It consists of operating system, drivers, compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Let's see about operating system. Operating system. It is the master control program that runs the computer. It controls the flow of signal from CPU. After switch on, operating system loaded first in the memory. Example, we can say Windows, Linux, Unix. Operating system is nothing but we couldn't able to download the application from the Play Store. It already built inside the computer. These are the operating system. Next one is driver. It is not the vehicle driver, it is computer driver that enables a computer to interact with a hardware device. Example, printer and pen drive. Next one is a compiler. This is a program that translates the high-level language to machine language. First, this read the whole program and then at one go translate it into machine language. Compiler report program error to the programmer along with the line number on which the error have occurred. The translated program is called as object code. This is saved permanently for the future use. The next one is interpreter. Who is interpreter? He is the translator. Here also this interpreter doing the same, or it translates the high level language into machine code and execute it. The object code produced by the interpreter is not saved. This process of line-by-line translation and execution takes place whenever the program is interpreted. Therefore, both the higher-level language program and the interpreter are needed to run the program. Next one is an assembler. An assembler is a program that translates an assembly language program into a machine language. These all are about some software. While seeing this lesson, most of the things have the language, right? Assembly language, machine language, low level language, like that many languages there. I'm explaining what is it. Before that, see the difference between the interpreter, compiler and assembler. I'll explain first the translator. What is doing the translator? Translate to the high level language, it convert the high level language into machine code. High level language, machine code, what are the things mean? High level language means our language. Our language is what? English, right? This language only high level language. Why we are saying that this high level language mean machine couldn't able to understand our language. For the machine, our language is very high. Our language only high level language. Machine can only understand the language 0s and 1. So this translator what will do mean our language is converted into machine language, then machine can only machine can understand. Second thing, translate the source one line at a time. This translator will do line by line translation. If the program have the 5 line, first it will translate the first line, after getting the output only it will translate the second line, like that line by line it will translate. So needed every time you run the program. So each and every time you have to run. After first line you have to run the program to get the output, then it will translate the second line, then run the program, like that each and every time you have to run the program. Then return a list of error found and on which line. Then what's the meaning of this? Mean each and every line you will get the error. So if the error is there, each and every lines once it will give the error signal. So it is not that much good. Finally, run more slowly as it is being translated every time the code is run. Okay, I understand it is getting very slow because in 5-line program also it will take more time. Line by line running in it will take more time. The next one is compiler. This is also same thing, do as a translator, translate high level language into machine code. Second thing, translate all code at the same time. The difference between translator and compiler, translator line by line process, but compiler not like that. If the 10 line or 15 line program, all the line together it will translate. Only needed once to create an executable file. Only one time it's enough. Will only inform you of the first error it find. It will instruct only one time error. Finally, once compiled, run quickly, but compiling can take a long time. It will compiling process only is long because more than 20 or 25 line program is there. Mean it will take the time to compile the program. That is the only thing. Then finally, assembler. Assembler also doing the same thing. It translates the assembly language into machine code. But it won't do like a translator and compiler because here the instruction will be given to convert the language. Finally, runs quickly as conversion between two low level languages is just relying on the processor instruction set. These all are about the system software. Next we'll see the application software. It is nothing. What are the application software? You know, what are the things we are downloading from the Play Store? That is called the application software. Some application software is already available in the computer or mobile phone. Have you seen this application software? This software is designed to help user to some useful work. User to do some useful work. They can be classified into two categories. See, these are the application software you may see in the mobile phone or the laptop. Some application software is there to do the extra work, chatting purpose, a calculator. These are the some application software. We have two classification. First one is package and next one is utilities. Let's see about the package. One or more programs created to do a particular work is called as a package. For example, we can say word processor. Inside the word processor, more set of applications is available. You can see able to see if while you are opening the Microsoft Office 2013 or some other version, inside the Microsoft Office more application is available. Like the if you want to do graphics and presentation, PowerPoint presentation, inside the PowerPoint presentation more application is available. Accounting for Tally app is there, spreadsheet for Excel app is there. Here we see some example of the packages. Watch this video. You can able to see if you open and searching the Microsoft Office 2013. Yes, there is the inside that Microsoft 2013 more applications are available, right? So in the single package we can able to get more. This is the example of the package. Then let's see the utilities. Utilities is a program designed to maintain the work in the system. Okay, system or the system component. It includes the following. For example, you can say the backup software such as Amanda Box Backup. The next is the antivirus software. These are the software we can use to maintain our application software or system software. It's necessary. More virus will be there. If you want to avoid this virus, this software is there. We can maintain the system. The last lesson is a computer language. This is used to write and develop the software. This language is the main thing to develop the software or program. Why? Because computer does not understand our language. I already said, right? These are the main thing. The computer couldn't able to understand the language. Because of that only we are creating the computer language. What are the language computer can understand? Can you say which language computer can understand? Machine language. What is it? That is zeros and one. But only using the zeros and one, if you want to make any program, it's very difficult. So that this language is necessary. Language is classified into two: low level language and high level language. Let's see the low level language. Low level language code written for one machine. This code might not be work in other machine. If you are creating the low level language for one machine, we couldn't be able to apply the same program in another machine. This low level language is classified into two: machine language and assembly language. Let's see the machine language. Computer can understand the machine language well. I said, right? Machine language means zeros and one. You can able to easily understand. So while you are writing the program with the machine language, no need of the translator, because there is no need the translator. All zeros and one, the computer can able to easily understand. These are the some programming machine language. A program in written in the machine language is run very fast because no translation is required. These programs are, however, difficult to write and correct. And able to understand with using only zeros and one, able to write the program is very difficult. If all the program only with zeros and one means very difficult to find out the error. So this is the main disadvantages of the machine language. Next one is the assembly language. This is the first computer language made with the letter of the English alphabet. Can you able to see one example? These are the. It was developed in 1950. Each instructions to the computer is written using the small words. It tells the computer where the data is and what to do with it. You can easily learn this program using this English letters. Some small letter is there. Can you able to see the example? Finally, high level language. Mid of 1950s, the high level language were developed. This language is use English words and mathematical system. High level language is called the source program. It can't be directly run on the computer. It must be compiled or interpreted first. High level language programs are machine independent. They can be run on different type of the computer with little or no choice. Example, we can say basic C, C++, Java. Okay students, that's all about our today's portion. Within this, I have completed this lesson. Prepared well and read the portion. Try to mark and learn the book back one word and question answer. Be safe. We'll meet you at other new topic. Thank you.